Adi Narayana Anandaramana
Adi Narayana Anandaramana
Sachidananda Shri Satyanarayana
Sachidananda Shri Satyanarayana
Atma Ramanandaramana
Atma Ramanandaramana.
Fine.
Ananda Ramana.
Ananda Shaya.
Sayana.
Yeah, good. We are excited to listen to Guruji as this is the first session for your program. I think you have already heard Guruji's lecture in the first class and second semester, no? Yes. We are very excited to listen science and consciousness. Of course, this subject is nobody else in our campus can give justice to this subject better than Guruji. So I request Guruji to give the talk on science and consciousness. Om Bhadram Karneभिः
Om Bhadram Karneभिः
Shruyama Devaः
Shruyama Devaः
Bhadram Pashyema
Bhadram Pashyemaन्
Akshabhiryajatraः
Akshabhiryajatraः Sthirairangaiः
Om Sattanuभिः
Suvasastanuभिः
Shema Devahitam
Vyashema Devitam
Yadayuhu
Yadayuhu
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Ityetadaksharamidam sarvam
Om Nidetaksharam Sarvam
Tasyopavyakyanam
Tasyovyakyanam
Bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi
Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyati
Sarvam Omkara eva
Sarva Omkara eva
Yajjanyat-trikalatitam
Trikalatitam
Tadapi Omkara eva
Ati Omkara eva
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
My dear brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you to our TCP programs. I'm glad that you all have been pursuing this wonderful program of a master's degree. And the program which is in continuation of your YAC. And after YAC, a lot of people wanted to see that we have to continue the journey of yoga. Therefore, we suggested that you must do BSc, MSc, and those who have got MSc, they should also go for PhD. This all, of course, have been done. I am glad that all of you have come for this TCP. Today, Nagendra has asked me to give you a brief about science and consciousness. All of you are aware. How many of you are science students? BSc, MSc, and all this. How many are arts, BA, commerce, all this? The majority are science. Therefore, you know. So, in the western part of our globe, mainly in UK, Newton and Descartes started this about Rory to bring scientific revolution, which later on led to industrial revolution. What is at the base of this scientific revolution that Newton and Descartes brought? We should not believe whatever has been told, maybe in various texts, books, or Bible or wherever. Everything you must question. You must question and question everything and experiment. See whether it is right or not. And if it comes out right, then we should accept. Otherwise, we should not just accept. So this is the new intellectual dimension that was brought forth by Newton and Descartes. For what? In search of reality. Is there a fundamental reality from where this whole creation has come? And what are the laws that govern them? This we have to unravel. In religious texts, it was all told that Adam and Eve, they came, and then from there it came others. Similarly, here also in India, it said all from Brahman, the whole creation came into everything. Therefore, they said, let us develop this way of getting at the reality. So, systematic development of scientific methodology. First is the hypothesis. Then you have to have a design of the experiment. And after designing the experiment, conduct the experiment. Conduct the experiment in different places by different people. What is called a multi-centric trial. And if you get the same result, then it is called inference. This is the methodology they develop. In India also, in the Upanishad Sampradaya, we have a similar thing in Jnana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Jnana. So whether Newton copied from our thing or not, we don't know. But the things are very similar. So once a hypothesis is made, for example, the teacher says hydrogen oxygen gives you water. The students are thinking, hey, how is it possible? Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas. And how can you bring fluid, water out of it? No, I don't agree. Then goes to the teacher and says, how is it possible, sir? He says, go and do experiment yourself. Bring hydrogen, bring oxygen. So you'll go there. The experimental lab brings hydrogen and oxygen, puts them together, no water. Comes back again, sir, I did my experiment, but no water came. So you are wrong, I am right. Very rebellious student. And says, how much oxygen, how much hydrogen? I told H2O, no? Did you do that? Oh, I didn't do that. So you go, learn the art of measurement. How 2 units of hydrogen, how 1 unit of oxygen, put them together, again no water, again comes back, and says, sir, I did very accurately, 2 units of hydrogen, 1 unit of oxygen, but no water, so you are wrong, you know. And he says, how did you put them together? It is not mechanical mixing, so you have to electrolytically mix them, put them together. What is that? You must have an anode, you must have a cathode, the current, electricity, power, everything. You have to learn, just start doing that, and goes to the lab, understands all these things and put them hydrogen, oxygen, and when they put them, then you get the water. Then he's very happy. You know? So this is the experimental process. Therefore, nothing should be just accepted as it has been told. You have to experiment and do. I have a simple question for you. Somebody comes and says, here, there is a big Buddha, devil here. And it is causing a lot of problems. How many of you say, Buddha is there? How many say, there is no Buddha here? How many say, there is no Buddha? No devil here? How many of you say, raise hand. Those who say there is no Bhuta, there is no devil here. What about others? How many say you don't know?
Go and check it.
How many are not answering?
Bhuta is there or not.
So, if you say there is Bhuta, if you say there is no Bhuta, both are wrong. Because we don't know what is Bhuta, what is devil, and we have not done any experiment. And we don't know what is imperfect. So this is the way of investigation of science. So we started. And all the gusts of the intellectual minds, the world started working in developing the scientific methodology in search of truth. And as they started doing, Newton and Nagendra found that this world is very complex. We don't know how the rain drops, how the thunderbolt occurs, how the lightning occurs, how even object falls down. We don't know why it is falling down. So this being the case, how can we think of devils, pishacha, God, goddesses, all these things? No, we can't understand. So let us start with things which are very simple, down to earth things of the world, physical world. And once we complete understanding of this thing, then we go to the higher things, subtler and then further dimensions, everything will go later. This is how science started moving. And Newton brought out a wonderful thing, and people started understanding how understanding the structure of this physical world. Everything is made out of different periodic table came, different chemicals came up, and periodical table was set. Everything is made out of chemicals, different things. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, everything put there. Different materials for all different things. Then we went deeper and deeper, understood that everything is nothing but molecules. And what are the molecules made out of? Protons, atoms. What are atoms made of? Protons, neutrons, electrons. Fundamental particles. And what are they made of? They are all made of packets of energy called quarks.
Quanta.
So, over 400 years, we have come to the stage where we understood that everything in the physical world is nothing but energy. Energy. You can calculate how much of energy is in given matter. Take for example this small pen. If you convert this into energy, probably this can burn up the whole of this Bangalore city. Such is the immense amount of energy packed into so-called inert matter. A few grams of hydrogen bomb burnt up the whole of the Hiroshima in the hydrogen bomb in the war. Such is the immense energy that's packed. So this energy, we started saying, okay, let us use it for destructive purposes, let us use it for constructive purposes. Then we started developing the nuclear reactors. In the nuclear reactor, you can generate energy. In the atomic bomb, what is the thing? The energy goes on increasing, getting burst and gets exploded and causes all the dangerous things. You can burn it. As nuclear energy, nuclear reactor, you control the amount of energy that you generated. And this is called as the fission reaction. There is an atom, you take a neutron and hit the atom. So the atom splits into two different atoms. And some portion of this matter gets converted into energy. So more neutrons are produced. More neutrons are going to hit other atoms and produce. If you do not control, then it will become atomic bomb. So what is done? There are what are called as moderators. So the moderators will see that the energy is controlled systematically. You don't allow the neutron to hit more and more atoms and go uncontrolled. Controlling is important. So you do the complete control by the carbon moderators which are there. This is how systematically you generate the energy. So control is most important. And you don't allow the things to go haywire and get uncontrolled. That's the difference between nuclear reactors and atomic bombs. Then we had told before that there are two aspects in this world. One is matter, another is energy. So matter is different, energy is different. And when we went deeper, even the matter is nothing but energy before. So how do you prove that? By atomic bomb, nuclear reactor. Matter can be converted into energy. Then can you convert energy back to matter? Yes. For that, the equipment is called the cyclotrons. What do you do in the cyclotron? In our India, we have got two cyclotrons. One is Bhopal. So what you do here, you take the energy, there is a huge thing there, and you allow the things to move, energy to move continuously. Go faster, 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 faster. When you go and go near the velocity of light, very near to that, then energy gets converted into matter. You can generate matter out of the energy. Therefore, with this developments, experimental thing, you are able to establish yes, matter and energy are not two different things. Matter is energy, matter can be converted into energy, energy can be converted back to matter. You understand? Matter to energy, nuclear reactor. Energy to matter by cyclotron. So we generate newer and newer atoms, newer and newer elements, newer and newer fundamental particles, and all generate newer and newer things. That is going on. In Delhi also, there is a thing in which we have this. So therefore, we have all understood that everything is done with energy. So the entire physical world is made out of energy field, that is electromagnetic field, generally. So the physical world is called as electromagnetic field. And this electromagnetic field, when it condenses, it becomes matter. When you go on condensing, it becomes matter. So this is how we understood the structure of this entire physical world. Then, what are the laws that govern that physical world? Everything in the physical world, even astronomical dimensions, everything. Newton developed the three laws. Newton's laws of motion. All of you have heard. Three laws of motion. What is the first law? It says that a matter continues to be in a state of rest or of uniform matter, uniform speed, until it is disturbed by an external force. For example, stable is here. If you don't disturb, it will be here only for ages, any length of time. It used to be there, today we brought it from there here. How? Force. So the matter continues to be in a state of rest until it is disturbed by an external force. Or if something is moving continuously, it will continue to move unless it is disturbed by an external force. So this is first law. Then what is the definition of force? Force is mass into acceleration. F equals ma. So depending on the mass and the speed with which it moves is the force. So force is defined as matter, the mass into acceleration. This is the second law. The third law, action and reaction are equal and opposite. So depending on the thing that you do, you take a ball and throw it to the wall, and the ball comes back. How fast you throw, it comes back. So these are the three laws that Newton developed, and therefore the entire world accepted Newton's laws of motion. And this is known as classical mechanics, deterministic approach. He said, in the world, nothing is ambiguous, everything is determined. If I leave an object, 1 second it's down by 32 feet. If I launch a rocket to the moon, you can trace the entire trajectory every millisecond. There is no ambiguity. This is called deterministic approach. This is called classical mechanics. That is the Newtonian mechanics that we developed. But then, when we went deeper and deeper, understood that the things are moving very fast. In every molecule, there is a lot of speed going on. If you take an object, there are millions of molecules which are moving very fast. If you take a molecule, an atom, in every atom, there is electrons filling around the nucleus, extremely high speed, almost near the velocity of light. Fundamental particles are moving extremely high speed. This entire world is full of movement. This may appear as stationary, but inside there are a lot of molecules which are moving. In every molecule, the atoms are moving. In every atom, there is electron, proton, neutron, everything continuously moving. Movement is the character of this thing. But when you go to subtle things, as deep as this thing, then Newtonian mechanics will not hold. The deterministic collapses. In the gross world, in all that we see here, Newtonian mechanics holds, classical mechanics holds. They are governed by the three laws. You have got the mathematical equation. But when you go to extremely high speeds, then it won't hold. So what is to be done? Then we develop what is called as quantum mechanics. Einstein brought theory of relativity. And this is known as the probabilistic mechanics. What is the difference? Here, if you leave an electron can come down, electron can go up. It can go to the front, to the back, to the right or left. In fact, if you leave an electron down, it's a globe. So you cannot say where will the electron after 1 second. It may be here, it may be here, it may be there, it may be there. So the determinacy, which Newton always said, Descartes said, everything is determined, collapses. The whole Newtonian mechanics completely collapsed. The deterministic approach fails. There are books that wrote, that is death of determinacy, end of determinacy, all such books came out. That is a great breakthrough research that came up in the world of thought, that is known as the quantum mechanics. And everything is relative. And relativistic mechanics, it tells that everything is relative. Now, for example, very interesting thing you can found, the Einstein developed. Supposing you start going up in a rocket, you go faster and faster, and you go to the moon, very, very high speed, nearing the velocity of light, and there you stay there for 15 days, and then come back. What would have happened in the whole thing? Here already 50 years are over. Your children have already become 58 years. You have just gone there for 15 days and come back. This is theory of relativity. The time shrinks. In the higher dimension, the time shrinks. And what is here? 1 year becomes less than a day. It depends on the equation. So you can calculate all these things. Depending on what speed you do, it gets condensed. This is the relative mechanics. Then quantum mechanics says that everything is probable. So nothing is fixed in the world. Everything goes on changing, and it is probable. So Schrödinger brought out a wonderful equation to calculate what is the probability. Probability of finding the electron here is 1%. Probability of finding the electron there is 0.1%. So you can calculate the probability by the equation. That's called Schrödinger equation. All those things start coming up wonderfully well. And the whole world is continuously connected. Something happens here, far away also it is an effect. So the principle of non-locality came up. What is the principle of non-locality? Simple experiment. There was a group of monkeys in, let's say, United States and in New Zealand. There are other types of monkeys. So bring one monkey from America and put them here. So this monkey picks up all the qualities of those monkeys in New Zealand. Let us say. Then all the monkeys here in America also pick up those qualities. How this happens is called non-locality. There is a connection. The whole world is connected physically. And the human beings, father or mother has very close relation to the son. And mother knows something bad has happened. He is here in Bangalore and son is in America, Silicon Valley, and something is happening, something happened. And he gets the information, yes, there was an accident in which he had broken his leg. How the mother knows? The entire thing is connected. So this all comes under the dimension of non-locality. All these things have been understood today. Therefore, the entire structure of the whole universe is nothing but energy. The laws that govern them are the classical mechanics and also the quantum mechanics, from the deterministic approach and the probabilistic approach. As you go deeper and deeper, as you go subtler and subtler, then the deterministic collapses and you get to the probability. So it is not that everybody in the world is completely determined, as Newton and Descartes thought, completely wrong. So this is the whole understanding that we have toward this. Therefore we understood everything about the physical world, what it is made of, energy, and we know the laws that govern them. That is classical mechanics and probabilistic mechanics, Newtonian mechanics and quantum mechanics. Understood? So, people by 1973, 74, 75, we have completed this understanding. Therefore, people thought that yes, we have understood everything about the world. We don't have to understand anything more. And people said that the entire creation is nothing but matter. Everything is atoms, molecules, protons, neutrons. Therefore, the laws that govern them. Everything is nothing but matter. It is from matter the life comes. And from the life, the entire biological systems come. They are all human beings. Then came the question, if it be so, can we create life out of matter? And at that time, we understood life is nothing but the function of the DNA or RNA molecules. Everything in the matter is DNA or RNA molecule. From there, the cells, all that we understood in the biological system. Therefore, we can create life out of matter. For that, what is to be done? We have to create a DNA molecule, an RNA molecule. Very complex thing, DNA or RNA molecule. Therefore, in 70s, we did not have enough computers to create DNA or RNA molecules. But 1970s, 77, 78, slowly our computers became very big. NASA had the Univac computers, and later on the IBM started bigger and bigger things. By late 70s, we had big enough computers to actually duplicate a DNA or RNA molecule. And then we were all excited. Yes, now we are going to create life. All the laboratories all over the world started doing this thing, creating DNA or RNA molecules and create life. Once you create life, you can create human beings. You can completely do whatever type of person we want, you can create human beings. There were big particles that used to come very deep together. And all of them started and they did that. And they were able to create DNA or RNA molecules in the lab, the computer lab. And they were all expecting corona is going to come out of it. But no, DNA RNA created, but no life was there. They started pulling and pushing. Okay, if you do like this thing, it may come. That's like tube light, When it doesn't do, what you do, you go there and turn, then it should come. Something like they started doing. The DNA RNA they started pushing, doing that, everything, forcing. Nothing happened. By 1982-83, it became very clear that no, you cannot create corona out of matter. Prana is something different. Prana is different from energy. So all our understanding that from prana, from matter you can create prana, you can create mind, everything completely collapsed. At that time we had thought that what is prana, functioning in the DNA RNA molecule. What is mind, functioning in the brain cells. What are emotions, special centers in the brain, emotional centers in the brain, the rage center, the love center and other things. So, what is consciousness? Consciousness is like the functioning of all our cells and other things. This is how we have understood. That is called the upward causation. From matter, from prana, from the mind, the emotion, the intellect, consciousness, gods, goddesses, devils, pitchas, everything are going to get created from matter. This was the understanding. Everything collapsed. 1984. Therefore, Amit Goswami wrote that we have to completely turn tables. Our total understanding that this matter-based paradigm has to be completely changed. It is the consciousness-based approach that we have to do. Completely turn tables. He brought out this beautiful book. And came another book by Fritz of Capra. Fritz of Capra wrote that beautiful book, Turning Point. How many of you have heard about this book? All of you should read that. Because it's a beautiful book written by Fritz of Capra, Turning Point. It traced the entire history of science as it started from the age of Newton and Descartes. And how systematically they went to understanding more and more about the physics, about the chemistry, about the mathematics, all these things. How completely it changed our entire lifestyle, how we developed various technology. Application of science is technology. You may know what is electricity, but how to bring about application. Heating effect, then cooling effect, the heating effect, the lighting effect, everything. And we got all these things that electromagnetic field, how it can be used, everything. All this in the technology. Technology is application of science to bring various articles and other things for our use. Because of that we are able to live even today in the most hazardous condition. In Chicago, the temperature goes down to minus 80 degrees with the wind factor. If you are out, within few minutes you are frozen to death. In such conditions people live wonderfully by the heating and everything has been provided. Once I was in Japan, in one of the small cities. That's the most hazardous thing I have seen. There is a big mountain and is a volcano. They start in the things. And then the sea, tornado starts coming. And completely the water gets filled. And earthquakes, very rampant. Every 2 months, 3 months there is a big earthquake. Nobody used to even go there. But thanks to technology, they all went there and lived. What they have done, beautiful houses they have built. So, to take care of the wind factor, the tremendous tornadoes that come, they have got thick walls with close insulation. And when the volcano erupts with the fire, to take care of the heat, we have insulation. And they have got car parking, they have got about 15 feet completely high. Above that only houses are built. Very strong things. And the cars are kept there, normally. And when they know they are going to get the sea coming in there, then what they do, they tie up the car to the complete things there, pillars. Because when the water comes, it gets filled up. About 10 feet high water will come. Then when she goes there, the whole water will go. Earlier, they had not tied up the car. The car also will go into the sea. That used to happen. So they started tying up the sea. An earthquake, the whole building was absolutely untouched. So in the 15-20 days, they do all the work from home. But it was a very fascinating thing. So this is the grandeur of technology that we developed. All that we have developed, we have come into the era of science and technology. All that. So, having completed this, Fritz of Capra wrote, now a time that we have to go beyond. this physical world. We have to understand really what is that prana. What is the difference between prana and energy? This is what we have to do. Then he said, please remember what Newton and Descartes said in the beginning. We are understanding the physical world. After completing the understanding of the physical world, we have to go beyond to understand the subtler and further dimension of this universe. That's where we stand, he wrote. So it showed in millions of copies. I remember 1983, 84. Everywhere, fits of opera, repeated. Therefore, all of this to breathe on. So very beautiful. Almost like a story book, 420 pages. You can take copy now, it will be available in ebook also. And then the science is in the turning point. We are trying to understand what is beyond that. Because of that, many challenges in the world which are related to the subtle and causal dimensions of the universe, they have no solution. Stress is one of the major challenges. Stress is not merely physical. Stress is multi-dimensional. A physical trauma can cause stress, but more important is mental restlessness, emotional upset, deep-rooted psychological conflict, all are on the base of this stress. And because of such, we have a lot of challenges that have come. The children, earlier it used to be stress used to be only for the executive world. So that's small it, mom, I'm so stressed up, I'm so stressed up, the common thing is. And in the name of freedom, they all succumb to drug addiction. Guns, terrorism, all increased. In America, guns are freely available. This is like so, I remember when I used to be there, in one school, a boy comes with a gun and shoots all the 25 students of his class, shoots the teacher, shoots himself. That's the condition. Recently, just 2 years back in a church, the father came and shot 3 of his children. It's very bad. And drug addiction has become so rampant. I was told, by the time a student completes his 10th class, that's called as graduation, he would have tasted either a minor or a major psychedelic drug. Imagine. Even with 0.1% of the children getting stuck with drugs, how horrible it is. This is what is happening in America. Economic superpower, defense superpower, all the facilities everywhere. Drug culture has become the biggest money. We had an international conference in Harvard University 5 years back. We organized in collaboration with Harvard. The topic was yoga for drug addiction. We had all the top experts in drug research people have done. We had about 18 top experts from the United States we had called. Everybody presented what they have done. But the conclusion is we have no solution. The National Institute of Drug Addiction, they have spent $1 billion and given grant for no solution. Literally they were crying. They take us to a neighboring town, to Boston, and their small city, maybe about 1 lakh, even less than 1 lakh population. 25% of the people have become drug addicts. There are about 7 different drug de-addiction centers. They are all kept there, and there are 200, 300 people in each. They are taken care of like drug dealers. They stay for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. When they get better, they come back to the society, again go back. And the government who are there were literally crying. They are spending $1 million for each one of them every month, but no solution. Literally he was crying. Hey, you got to do something. This is what is happening. And we started intensive programs for them. All improvements have started coming. Why? This is the problem. The challenges have mounted tremendously because of the lifestyle changes that have come, stress. And what we talk about NCDs, non-communicable diseases, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, AIDS, HIV, neuroticism, psychosis, all are on that side. In the last century, it was infectious and contagious diseases. Now, it is 5 times more than infectious. Recently, we said a few lakhs of people died in the COVID. But If you take hypertension and heart problems and other, every year 2 million people die. Because our understanding the role of the physical world. These challenges are multi-dimensional, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, with a spiritual basis. Therefore, science has to unravel these dimensions. That's where science starts. Therefore, modern science and technology has no solution to real challenges of our era of science and technology. So what is the way out? It's here yoga comes into picture. It's here that India comes into picture. It's here that in India we understood the whole of this creation in its totality. And the methodology also was developed. As I said, the scientific methodology was developed to understand this reality. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and Jnana. And after the Jnana, we have the Sahaja. And all advanced states of Jnana, all these things are brought forth in our, what we call as Sanatana Dharma. This is the modern science, ours is the Sanatana Dharma, the old thing. So what did we understand there? We understood that this entire creation is not merely physical. We are not just this physical body. We have got 4 more bodies. What are those 4 more bodies? Physical body is called Annamaya Kosha. Then?
Manomaya,
Manomaya Kosha.
Vijnanam,
Vijnanamaya Kosha.
Anandamaya.
So all these 5 bodies. Similarly, the world at large. It is not just the electromagnetic field. It is not just the physical world. They are more pervasive than that, the biocosmic field or the pranic field. They are much bigger than that is the mind field or Manomaya Kosha. Or the astral field. Then much bigger than that, more pervasive than that is the information field, Vijnanamaya Kosha, intellectual field. Then biggest of that is Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss field. And all these fields have in continual interaction. A change in one will changes in the other. The whole world is connected. Just like Brahma says, in the world, physical world is connected. All these koshas are continuously interacting. Similarly, every one of our bodies are connected with our other 4 bodies. A change in one will change us in the other. So change the character of the entire world. Entire creation, change. Creation is called as Jagat in Sanskrit. The word Jagat in Sanskrit comes from the word Jagatyan Jagat. That goes on changing is called Jagat. Therefore, the entire creation is featured by change. For example, by the time we came to this hall, all our bodies have changed. In a day, 1 billion cells get created, 1 billion cells get destroyed. Therefore, all of us go on changing. That is the Jagat that we have. And the Jagat is continuously changing. Therefore, a great Buddhistic philosopher was there in our country, Dr. Buddha. And he wrote a beautiful thesis, something like a PhD, super PhD thesis, big things, with tremendous amount of logical grandeur, and it became the order of the day. It's called the Kshanika. And it was accepted for decades in our country. Everybody accepted because it was the best mathematical, logical text that he brought out. After a few decades, one of his brilliant students came and asked, "Sir, we marvel at your wonderful thesis that you have developed, the model that you have given, and the whole dimension of creation that you have given. Very good. But I have a question for you." Yes, what question? If everything is changing in the world, is there something that does not change? And what is the relation of that with this world? This is the question he asked. He had no answer. But later on, when the Mahayana group came, the Buddhist group, they said it is Shunya, it is vacuum, it is zero. So they are called the Shunyavadis. This is called the Kshanikavadis. Kshanikavadis and Shunyavadis became the prevalence in our country. But later on when Shankaracharya came, then he said, how is this possible? This fantastic world, this Jagat, infinite world, Can it come from a zero? Impossible. In Bhagavad Gita there is a shloka. Based on that he developed the entire teaching. Na sataya vidyato bhavo na bhavo vidyate sataha. He said, so something so fantastic cannot come from a zero. Something positive cannot come from a zero. Therefore that also should be non-zero. Because it is Purna. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam. This word is Purna. That also should be Purna. That cannot be Shunya. So what is the relation between the two? Purnat, Purnam, Mudachyate. This Purna has come from the Purna. That Purna is our Varmana state. That is called Brahman. Brahman. Ultimate reality. Pure consciousness, which does not change, which is beyond space, time, causation. It's infinite power, infinite freedom, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss. That's our original state. From there, all of us have come. Therefore, it's called Parama Atman, self of all of us. We are all individual self. But where we have come? From the ultimate self. Individual self is called Jivatma. That's called the Paramatma. Paramatma is common to all of us. But Jivatmas we are all different. So, this is the whole understanding comes. When this Jagat comes from the Purna, what is going to happen to that when it becomes zero? I got the pen and give it here, it becomes empty. X minus X is zero. So, will it become a zero? No. Why? X minus X is zero is the law of the finite world. Infinity minus infinity can be infinity. Purnasya Purnam Adaya. Purnam eva avasichyate. That Purna remains untouched, he said. This is Advaita. So, Shankaracharya brought this wonderful dimension of Advaita philosophy. That gives you the whole understanding of our Sanatana Dharma. According to Sanatana Dharma, therefore, everything is nothing but the pure consciousness. It is from the pure consciousness this whole world has come. And just like we call this energy as the base of this entire world, E. Similarly, what people get a wonderful thing that's called Om. Om Vidyeta Dakshara Vidam Sarvam. Mandukya Upanishad talks about that. Om, Om, is the name given. Just like energy, heat, they are given the heat, Om. So this pure consciousness pervades everything. Just like this entire energy pervades the entire physical world, we call it heat. Similarly, the whole creation is pervaded by Om. It is from Om this whole creation has done. So, it says, all that is beyond space, time, causation is all Om, the pure consciousness. And what about this word? Bhutam, Bhavat, Bhavishyati, Sarvam Omkarayeva. Past, present and future, everything nothing but Om. Om, Om, Om. What is that Om? Characterized by consciousness. How is it different from energy? Energy is inert. Difference between a dead body and a living body. In this we have consciousness, we have prana, in this we don't have. We say we have at least the prana, unseen. Therefore, energy and prana, what is the difference? It should be very clear. Prana can move by itself, change by itself, locomotion, reproduction, self. As we come to the higher things, we have got the mind, emotions, intellect, everything is picked up by consciousness, prana. So, this entire world, Jagat, is made out of prana. What characterizes prana compared to energy? Prana has consciousness. Swayameva Piratam Vyadi, Swayameva Tanam Vyadi. That can condense by itself, can expand itself, can reproduce by itself. That is prana. Therefore, this is a feature of consciousness. What is the aspect of consciousness? It has a freedom to change itself. So we all have that consciousness. That consciousness shows up our intellect, as our mind. We have the capacity to change. If this doesn't work, you can go here. If it doesn't work, you can go here. We have got that thing, freedom we have. Whereas this doesn't have that freedom. It cannot change. Freedom goes on increasing as we grow from our grass world to the plant world, to the animal world, to the human spectrum, and go beyond the human, superhuman spectrum. Freedom goes on increasing. Your knowledge, power, freedom goes on increasing. So this is the whole understanding of the entire creation that was developed. So the structure of this entire creation is made out of prana. And that which is beyond prana is our pure consciousness. That is called Parabrahman. That is Paramaatman. That is the state in which there is no movement, everything is completely beyond. It is transcendent. That is there. That's our original state. Having understood the structure of this entire universe, what are the laws that govern this Jagat? This Jagat goes on changing and changing and changing. Just like Newton gave the laws. What are the laws that are given? 3 laws. What are they? Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Creation, sustenance and destruction. This is the trifold law of the entire Jagat. This is the Sanatana Dharma. So the entire creation is made out of prana and they are governed by the trifold law of Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Just like we gave different symbols, E equals MC square, Newton's law, F equals MA, and similarly our people gave symbols for that. For the Srishti, we call it as Brahma. Srishtikarta is Brahma, Sataranka Brahma. And sustenance is Vishnu. All the destructive forces which are completely Laya is Shankara, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. There are 2 words in Sanskrit, should be clear. Brahma, Brahma. Dirgha Brahma is Srishtikarta, Chaturanka Brahma, whom we show. Timvarika. So, Brahma, Dirgha, is the creator. When Brahma, Rasva, that's called Brahman, also 2 words. Rasva is Brahma. That is, Brahma is ultimate reality, that is beyond space-time causation. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, the Trinity, beyond that is Brahman, that's called Brahma. So from ultimate reality Brahma comes this entire Jagat, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Then we have all number of gods and goddesses. Just like we have the energy field, we have various forces that are coming, electromagnetic field, the gravitational field, strong reaction and weak reactions, all these various types of forces which are there. Similarly, we have various forces that are coming there. They are represented as gods and goddesses. Just like we have got the Prime Minister, then we have got Cabinet Minister, the State Minister, then the district, everything. Similarly, the whole creation is governed by this entire dimension, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, the top. Above that is Brahman. And from there comes various gods and goddesses. Indra is the Lord of all the gods and goddesses. They have the complete power. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they entrust the work to Indra. And Indra, in turn, they have got Agni, Varuna, all these different things. Pandabhuta, they will come and they govern our entire creation. So this is the whole structure that has been given. And the laws that govern them is trifold law. So we are all governed by the trifold law. Everything. We have got 100 years as our normal thing. But if you take a small mosquito, a small thing, it may have only 2 days life. Similarly, if you take a Yaksha or a Kinnara, you may have 1,000 years as life. If you take gods and goddesses, it's about 1 lakh years as they say. What is the life of Brahma? Even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara also have their life. So, 1 day is equal to all the 4 yugas. First is Hatha Yuga, then Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. This one is 1 day after Brahma. How much is the Kali Yuga? 4,36,000 years is Kali Yuga. Double that they have it Dwapara. Double that is Treta. Double that is Satya Yuga. So this entire thing will come to one day after another. Then we have Pralaya of the same duration. That is one night. This forms one cycle. So like that, Brahma lives 100 years. Imagine what this is here. So all these things have been understood completely. All these things are available to us, the complete knowledge. So the trifold law and the whole dimension of creation, everything has been beautifully understood completely. This is the grandeur of our Indian culture. Therefore, we have the modern science limited to the physical world. We are trying to understand it beyond. But our ancient scriptures, which are there in the Vedas, they are all giving us the whole knowledge base, or as a Sanatana Dharma. So, modern science and Sanatana Dharma. Therefore, Sanatana Dharma gives you direction to modern science. So, a lot of experts in the modern science have started studying. Once I was giving a talk in Cambridge University about 25 years back, where Professor Josephson, you have heard of Professor Josephson? He is a Nobel laureate who got Nobel Prize at the age of 29. At the age of 29, he is the youngest Nobel laureate in the world. He developed what is called Josephson function. So he also came to my talk. I was talking about Taittiriya Upanishad. And then he is also very interested. He called me to his house. I went to his house. He got a nice living room in which he has a beautiful library. He went inside to bring some books and others. Then I went on seeing all books on science, mathematics, physics, chemistry, all loaded, beautiful books. Then I started coming here. I started seeing all books on Sanskrit, Vedas, Upanishads, Yoga, all beautiful books. Then when he came, I asked, hey, why are you keeping all these books? They look very nice, beautifully bound, very nice they are looking. Some people keep all such books per shoulder. I said, you are keeping this? No, these are the books that give me direction to quantum physics. Wherever I go, he talks beyond quantum physics. And that is what the top Nobel have been doing in the world. They are all moving towards it. Why? They have understood that they have understood only the physical world. We have to go beyond that. We don't know what is prana, what is the mind, what are emotions. What is the structure with which it is made? What are the laws that govern them? We all have to unravel. This is how it gives direction to modern science. Therefore, you must understand this entire dimension of this thing. And what is yoga? Yoga is a process to manifest that divinity. We are all divine. Swami Vivekananda said each soul is potentially divine. And the goal of life is to manifest that divinity. That divinity, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite freedom, infinite bliss. That's our original state. You have to bring that thing more and more here. Why we are not having that infinite thing? Because we have covered it. Sunshine is there, but a lot of clouds today, dark clouds, sunshine is not coming. Similarly, that tremendous power, knowledge, bliss, everything is not manifesting in our system because we have covered with 5 koshas. Anandamaya kosha, Uddanamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Annamaya kosha. And these are like clouds. It is bound by darkness or the ignorance or the imbalances. So at the body level, the imbalances, endocrine imbalance, autonomic imbalance, and imbalance in the left and the right brain, imbalance in organs and systems. Imbalances is what you call as the dirt. So imbalances at all levels, that is ignorance, that is the wrong knowledge or limited knowledge, and that is the one that prevents. Therefore, we have to completely purify. Yoga is a process of purification. Purification at the body level, the prana level, the mind level, the intellectual level, intellectual level, and remove ajnana, that is the wrong level. So that is the whole process of yoga. So, yoga works at all these levels, at the intellectual level, at the mind level, the emotional level, intellectual level, prana level, and body level. So we have the 4 states of yoga. As Swami Vivekananda codified them. He said, earlier it used to be only jnana. And it was called bhakti, karma, and yoga, and jnana. These are like this. But for the modern times, Swami Vivekananda said, jnana is also reaching the same. All these things have the same goal, ultimate reality. That is, Jivatma becoming the Brahma. We all expand unit by one become one with the ultimate reality, manifesting the reality. Therefore, it says that Jnana should be called Jnana Yoga, Bhakti should be called Bhakti Yoga, Karma is Karma Yoga. And what about yoga? Because that is Raj Yoga. So these are the four streams of yoga. Jnana Yoga works at the intellect, Bhakti Yoga at the emotion, Karma Yoga at the action level, and Raj Yoga works at the willpower. So these are four streams of yoga. That's what we call that is given to us, and through that we will be able to unravel the mysteries, and thereby we will be able to manifest that divinity. What is that divinity? More and more bliss, happier, become day by day happier and happier, healthier day by day, and become more and more powerful, more and more Shakti. Shakti should come up more and more. And knowledge, you start understanding the higher dimension more and more as you go. And bliss, knowledge over freedom. So this is what we should have. Therefore, yoga helps us to rise from more normal level, to become great, super, divine human being, and reach that divinity itself ultimately. So that's what the got it. Therefore, the science and the consciousness. Science is modern science, and science, Sanatana Dharma, old science, or ancient science, that we understood. Therefore, in our university, in all subjects, we are going to have the complete understanding of the dimension, not only the modern science, but also the ancient science, which expands that and embraces that. With that, we close to this session. Thank you. Sarve
Bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukhabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.